red double-knock roses. Simply beautiful, aren't they? And it's been 12 days since the double-knock roses have bloomed. They usually bloom on May 30th, and today is June 12th. So our double-knock roses started blooming about a couple weeks ago, but last year they bloomed earlier. But all of this depends on where you are. The blooming process of double-knock roses are continuous. And what I mean by that is that, like, say for instance, this one is one of the early ones that started blooming, say around May 25th. And this already died because it's June 12th. And say that this one just started blooming. And that, oh, let's see, this one's gonna bloom tomorrow, maybe. And let's see, yeah, these ones may bloom in a week or so. If you recall, last year we did a lot of videos relating to these pink double-knock roses. And they don't look as beautiful as they did when they first started blooming, and you can see that by all the fallen petals on the ground. But we'll show you some pictures of when it first started blooming, which my mom took, of course. Our biggest challenge right now is that our cats, like Bert and Junior over here, they keep pooping in the garden bed. And if you recall, we put up a fence to solve that, but it didn't look as nice, and my mom wanted to look nice. So the problem is that when they poop, they scratch the dirt away from the roots, and that makes these leaves look a bit lighter. You can see the difference between the two, light green and dark green. So we have to figure out a way to solve it. So what I really hope is that once the double-knock roses spread out and their thorns get bigger, the cats won't poop on them as much, because as you can see here, they're darker because they're more thicker, the leaves, and the thorns are more bigger. So that will make an example, right? These pink double-knock roses are facing the west, where the sun comes down. But the red double-knock roses are facing east, where the sun comes up. And that's why it blooms better. And these are the tough decisions that you have to make as a gardener. But we really didn't have a choice, because this was on the side of the garage, and the red double-knock roses were on the side of the house. So you can see here the red double-knock roses, they're more denser, they're more thicker, but they still have the same cat problem with the Bert and Junior and Fatty pooping. When you're gardening, whether it be against the side of a wall or against a house, it's really important where to place your plant, whether it be on the side where the sun rises or the sun sets. So there's really a lot of science involved in gardening. Right here isn't for science, it's for power, it's art, because both these two plants and those two plants at the front, they were bought and planted at the same time. But these were planted here, which it just happens to be in the deer's walking path, which just happens to be near the road. See, the problem is that deer don't like to walk into the territory and eat the plants. They just like to go out and come back in very fast, eat it, and escape quickly. And that's also a problem, because here they can't grow because the deer keep eating them. But if the deer keep eating them, there's going to be less thorns. If there's less thorns, the deers are going to keep eating them. So you have to figure out a way to solve it, like a fence for the cats, maybe. So here's an example of it. My mom didn't want to put this fence here because it doesn't look appealing because it's next to the road. But my dad wanted to put it here because it's also the deer's walking path, and they're gonna come in and eat it. So he put this fence here. Save these begonias. If you've seen our previous videos, you probably know that there used to be a little gin magnolia here, but a car hit it and we had to take it out. Down here, you can see these white begonias, and we didn't put a fence here. Why? Because there's this Japanese maple here protecting them. See, when the deer try to eat them, their sensitive nose, will bend down and touch the leaves, and they don't like that. So we took a risk in not putting a fence here. And And that risk so far has worked out. I mean, worst case scenario, if that doesn't work out, we can just put like a tiny fence here. And that's like a lot of protection because once they touch that fence, they'll just back away. On a side note, this Japanese maple, you've probably seen it in some of our previous videos. And one of our videos covered how we use these metal bands to basically repair the tree. And that helped it to grow even more. So there are two roses behind me. There's one red and there's one white. As opposed to the knockout roses, these are climbing roses. We don't remember the name. But don't you think it looks nice as a focal point in between those two double knockout roses? Like the trolley, the human baskets, and it makes you feel like very enlightening. And these are the reasons why you should plant roses, especially double knockout roses. Also, if you have to choose, I'd say you should choose the red double knockout roses. They look very pretty. But anyway, my name is Aiman and thanks for watching. Please like, rate, comment, and subscribe. Look at other videos on EyeOnAiman. Well, it's been a long day. Now I think I'll go to bed. See ya.